All right, first thing I want to do is apologize about yesterday. As you can hear, I sound a lot better than I did on Monday, but yesterday was horrible. So I went to the doctor, got some medicine and a shot, and I'm better, and here I am. So there was no Zoom yesterday, but we're going to cover it all today. All right, we talked about polygons on Monday. A polygon is a many-sided figure. And some of the polygons that we talked about and are going to talk about more today, the main one that we talked about was a rectangle. Can you all see when I stand in front here, or do you just wait for me to move?
I still have the notes from Monday.
Okay, a rectangle which opposite sides are parallel. These little arrows mean parallel, okay, guys? I didn't show you that. Okay, these arrows, like a one arrow, means these two are parallel, and the two arrows are the ones that match and are parallel. That's what that little sign means.
Which ones are parallel?
The opposite sides. This is parallel to this. This is parallel to this. They are also, the ones that are parallel are also equal. The opposite sides are equal to each other also in a rectangle. Okay? That's how you know you have a rectangle. And then we talked about triangles. Not much. We're going to talk more today. And of course, a triangle can be equilateral. We'll talk about that another time. And it can be any shape, but it has three sides. Three angles. We'll talk about angles later too. Okay, and then we have parallelogram. These you guys don't have on your notes, okay? A parallelogram, it's like a rectangle, but it's squished over like somebody sat on it. So a parallelogram looks like this, okay? Now the way you're going to know a parallelogram is that opposite sides are parallel, just like the rectangle. This one's parallel to this one, and this one is parallel to this one, and opposite sides are equal, just like a rectangle. So what's the difference between a rectangle and a parallelogram? The difference is in a rectangle, they have to have 90-degree angles. 90 degrees are perpendicular sides. Perpendicular makes 90 degrees. Do I need to spell perpendicular? Okay. Let me put it over here. I went on autopilot. Perpendicular. Okay, perpendicular means it creates a 90-degree angle, okay? Perpendicular creates a 90-degree angle. And we indicate it by this little square, okay? Those are perpendicular. Anytime you see that little square, you know that this is 90 degrees. Right now, we're not going to deal with the angles so much as the sides today, the rest of the week. But you will be seeing this a lot more. Sometimes this is used in triangles. Okay, we'll talk about the different types of triangles. But right now, today, we're just going to talk about perimeter and area. But we're going to do a lot of different polygons now. Okay, so the difference between a rectangle and a parallelogram is only the angles. Parallelogram doesn't have to have 90-degree angles. Rectangle does have to have 90-degree angles. The rest of it's the same, okay? And then we have, let's go ahead and talk about we had a square, and we talked in detail about the difference between a square and a rectangle. And the only difference was, do you guys remember about the square? It was a special one because, well, this has 4 sides. So what makes the square special from the rectangle? It's in
It's a
quadrilateral. That means 4 sides.
okay.
That's all that means. So a square and a rectangle have 4 sides.
I just wrote squares has a lot of names.
Oh, okay, how about this? Let me get this out of the way. Okay, a square is a special type of rectangle. It has the 90-degree angles. It has the opposite sides equal. It has parallel sides. But the one thing that makes this different from a rectangle, the only thing that makes it different, is that all the sides are equal. Okay? Okay, parallelogram, and I think that nope, there's some more. A trapezoid. A trapezoid is the one that looks to me like a triangle with the top chopped off. So it's going to be similar to this. Okay? Now, the only thing that a trapezoid has to have is opposite sides parallel. The opposite sides will not be equal. None of them will be. Okay, it's possible that this one and this one would be equal, but it's not a requirement. Okay? And then we have several other polygons, which would be a hexagon is a familiar one. Hexagon has 6 sides. A pentagon, I put them backwards, but I guess that's okay. These are the normal ones. There are some more names, but all I'm going to do is the normal ones that we deal with, okay? And then I'll fill in the blanks whenever we see it. Octagon, 8 sides. As you can see, each one of these polygons are named for the number of sides, like hexagon, penta is 5, octa, 8, hexa, 6, okay? Just like triangle is 3. Okay, quadrilateral is the only one that's kind of confusing to you all, but quad means 4, okay? So 4 sides. Quadrilateral is any polygon with 4 sides. Okay, and one more thing that I want you to know, because you're going to see it today, is, let me see if it's showing on the recording. Yes. Okay. Oh dear. Hang on. Vanessa's on remotely today. Hi, Vanessa. Can you hear me yet? I'll talk to you in a minute, Vanessa. Okay. Whenever we're talking about polygons, we put this in your notes on Monday, but you're going to see the word regular. Do you guys see from your notes what regular meant? If it says a regular trapezoid, no, won't say regular trapezoid. regular hexagon, pentagon, octagon, regular triangle,
Well,
regular.
regular.
Did you get that one from Monday?
Says regular polygon means all the sides are equal.
Perfect. Perfect. If you see the word regular, and you will usually, they won't like call your attention and make it big, bold letters or anything. It will be in the instructions, and it will say a regular hexagon, blah, 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 blah. So highlight regular or underline it. Always be aware of the instructions when it says regular. That's how they give you a hint to how to do the problem. Okay, regular means all sides are equal. Oops. Hi, Vanessa.
Hi.
Are you not doing well today?
No.
Oh, I'm so sorry, baby. I'm sorry I missed you yesterday. Do you want to, I'm getting ready to erase this. You might want to take a picture of your screen because I'm going to erase it here pretty quick and start on something else.
Okay.
Just let me know when you get that done, okay? Let me see. Let's go ahead. Just a minute, Vanessa. Let's go ahead and put quadrilateral on here again. All this means is a four-sided polygon. A four-sided polygon. Now you can let me know when to get back on. Always look for regular. Did you get it, Vanessa?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Doing okay, Josh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
I just want to make sure I don't put you to sleep, okay?
Nah, that's okay.
I can't wait to meet you in person someday.
Yeah.
All right, so now that we know all of those, now we're going to talk about, we're going to do some examples, like finding the perimeter. What's the definition of perimeter? How do we find it?
Oh, it's the sides.
Okay, what about the sides? I think you are absolutely,
Distance around the polygon.
that is wonderful. Distance around polygon. Now we're going to be finding the distance around the polygon, and when we do these examples, we're also going to find the area of these polygons. Let's do a picture here. I'm just going to use a rectangle. So if this is 4 inches and this is 2 inches, then the perimeter equals 4 plus 2. And since these are equal, another 4. And since these are equal, another 2.
How do you know when to add and multiply?
Good question. Perimeters add.
Okay.
Perimeters always add. And then area, we'll use our formula chart. There'll be different formulas for different polygons, okay? All right. So in this case, I have 12 And now we're going to use units also. And since we're dealing all the way with inches, it's going to be inches. There's no squared or cubed on perimeter, simply inches. So there's an example for that. So it's only the distance around the outside. Okay? Now area, it's two-dimensional, that's what the D means, two-dimensional, I was gonna say area, you're not supposed to use that in a definition, but area inside the perimeter. Okay, it's a two-dimensional area inside of the perimeter, like this. I'm going to do the very same rectangle, and it was 4 inches and 2 inches, okay? And so the area for a perimeter, the area formula for a rectangle, I want y'all to look on your formula chart real quick. Now, it's pretty close to the top, and I think it says area, and then look for the rectangle and scoot over and tell me exactly what to write.
A equals 1W, is that a 1?
That is a L,
An L,
length
W.
times width. It's that easy. Remember when we cram stuff together, it's a times. So that's what this means. Okay, the area for the picture you need is all of this now. The area is the two-dimensional area inside of the perimeter. Now the area, depending on the polygon, will have a different formula every single time. The area for a rectangle is area equals length times width. And my suggestion to every one of you, you'll start taking shortcuts, I'm afraid, but you should always write the formula first, just like I did. And directly under it, you know I'm a step person, because that's the way you keep from making mistakes. And we're going to put everything in underneath here that we know, okay? We don't know the area right now. We don't know the area, so I'm going to use the A, bring down the equals. I'm just copying. Now the length of the rectangle I'm talking about, I usually use the long side for length. It really doesn't matter, okay? 4, I call the length 4 times, and the width, the shorter side, is 2 equals, and the way that we're going to write this answer is, of course, 4 times 2 is 8, and it is inches. Remember, we're going to use our units now. 8 inches, and area is two-dimensional, so we use squared. You will also see it written 8 square inches. So if the square is here, that means this. So this inches, if it's written this way, won't have the squared because the word's in front. Y'all see? So write the formula. Perimeter is pretty much add the outsides, period. Okay? Area is going to have all sorts of different formulas. And that's what we're going to work on today. Okay? We're going to look and see if we can find them on your formula chart. It's just so cool. You don't have to memorize these. I had to memorize them all in school before a test. So you've got it easy. You get to use a formula chart and a calculator. The only calculator I had was an add, subtract, multiply, and divide. And we had to use a slide rule every once in a while in college. We have Jesus. Oh, Jesus. I'm so glad he's coming. Okay, so let's put this answer. And if you guys need this information, I guess I can leave it up there for a little while. Okay, here's our first problem then. And I'm just going to give you some examples to work on because you're going to be using this in your homework. Okay, I'm going to check through here and make sure. Okay, so I'm going to say this is a regular hexagon. And for starters, I'm going to draw the picture for you. Sometimes they will not draw the picture for you. Jesus,
Yes.
I have missed you.
My bad. I've been trying to get in, but I
glad
couldn't.
you're back. Are you okay?
I mean, I still got a little cough, but I'm good.
You have a little cough, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Will you hang in with me, okay?
Okay.
All righty.
And from like all the last sessions that you made, can you
Yes.
send me the videos?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Thank you.
I did. There wasn't one yesterday, Jesus, because
Yeah.
I was sick and at the doctor.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're taking care of it today, but make sure that you look at those videos that you've missed. And if you need some homework pages, you text me after you watch the video and tell me what you need.
Okay.
And the only way I'm going to give you credit for the hours that you're in class, I'll put on that you were on remote today, on the Zoom today, but I need to give you some more credit. And so send me some of those papers that you work, some of the homework papers, okay?
Gotcha.
Everybody in here is so excited about you being back here, Jesus. We miss you so bad.
So they like how my hair's all messed up. Gotcha.
They love your hair. Okay. Oh, guys, I think I'm going to have to. I looked at one of my videos and they see all you guys moving. So I'm going to change the view to just mine.
You. Yes.
Yeah, I forgot about that until I.
So I was watching one yesterday and I was like, I don't want to see everybody. I just want to see you.
The one I did from home was crazy.
Yes.
Okay, let me see. It says speaker view, but all I see is Jesus.
I want everybody to see me.
I mean, I could.
See.
Hold up.
Full screen.
You only on the Zoom and it's on.
Okay, it's probably because, there we
I do
go.
that.
Yeah, now let me get to me. I don't think I've, there we go. There we go. There's the full screen, guys, finally. Okay, and I think what happens is it changes back and forth when somebody talks.
Yeah, but we're able to, because I noticed when I used to do Zoom, I can click on something on there on my screen and mine shouldn't pop up anymore. I can't remember what it says.
Oh, okay.
And it doesn't do that, but.
Okay. This Zoom thing, we've been learning for a while.
Right?
Mm-hmm. So let me see. Here's a share screen. Share.
Because I think I picked not to share my screen.
Okay. I guess we're where we need to be. Okay. We'll practice. All right. So what we're starting to do, Jesus, is we're starting to find perimeter and area of certain polygons. And you'll need to go back because we did a bunch of definition at the first of this session. Okay, now let's do 4 feet. Okay, now, so tell me what the perimeter of this is.
Is it 4 all the way around?
FY.
FYI, you said?
I don't know what that means. Why do you know it's 4 all around? Is it because it's not because of the drawing, because it doesn't look.
No, but I just figured that's you know, if it was measured, that it would be measured.
24.
Yes, but you can't, in mathematics, you cannot assume.
Okay.
You know what assume does.
Mhm.
Okay, because I'm not going to tell you on a recording. Okay, so come on, guys. Look at what I wrote. What tells you that all the sides are 4?
It's a regular polygon.
Yes, yes, Josh. It's regular. Regular tells you that all the sides are the same, okay? All the sides are equal. So, since it's regular, you can do 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 1 more. You can do that. Or because it's regular and it has 6 sides, then you take 4 times 6. That's going to be 24 feet. Remember that perimeter doesn't have a squared and it doesn't have a cubed. 24 feet. So when you have a regular polygon, you can just multiply. Or if you feel better about adding, that doesn't present a problem at all. So far, you're not going to be able to find the area of this hexagon. That's later on. So we're not going to find the area of this one. Okay? Everybody good? All right, let's move on. Thank you, Josh. Okay, perimeter. Anybody is fine.
5 plus 4 plus 3 is 12.
Exactly, which will be,
12.
yes,
12
I heard
inches.
12 also. 12 inches, because we took the sides and just simply added them together. Now, I want to call your attention just a minute because later on we're going to deal with this later on in the week, not today. But notice that all of the dimensions or the units that we're working with have to be the same units before we can do our work. Okay, we're going to find some problems that are inches and some of them are in feet, and we'll work those later on during this week, okay? But always just do a quick look and make sure that your dimensions match, okay? Now we're going to look for the area. So I want you to go to your formula chart and I want you to tell me what it says for the area. It will be at the top again, area of a triangle.
A equals 1 over 2 BH. I mean BH.
BH. Okay, now what we need to do is figure out what all these things mean. Okay, now this is on the formula chart. If for some reason you learned this formula, sorry, I don't want everybody to be confused. Another way you might see this is area equals B times H divided by 2, okay? This one's on your formula chart that you'll use in the class, in the test. This one you will also see. But if you think about it, when you go home, think about this. Multiplying by 1/2 is the same thing as dividing by 2. See the 1 up here? The invisible 1? So there's your 1/2 base times height. And that's why this is the same. Do you see? But let's use the one that's on your formula chart. And so what we're going to do is explain what all these pieces are. We know what 1/2 is. Times B stands for the base. The base. This is the base. Okay? So times 3 times, and of course, the height is going to be here. But I want to make one specification here, that the height of a triangle, whenever you write this, I need you to know, the height of a triangle must be perpendicular to the base. In this case, it is. The height and the base form a 90-degree angle. They're perpendicular to each other, okay? Okay, so 4 is the height in this problem. Okay, I'll show you one where it's not. So after you do this multiplication on your calculator or in your head, we've got 1/2 of 12. What's 1/2 of 12?
6.
6. And we've got inches, but we're finding area now. Area is 2-dimensional, so it's
Squared.
inches squared. Area of a triangle is 1/2 times the base times the height, which has to be perpendicular to the base. And that gives us 6 inches squared. All right?
How you get the 6?
Say that one more time.
How you get the 6? Where the 6 came from?
Oh, I did 3 times 4 is 12, and 1/2 of 12, or divided by 2, is 6. It's okay? Y'all doing okay?
Yep.
Okay, I hope you have all these notes. I'm getting pretty busy here. I need to get rid of this stuff. I'm going to do another triangle, you guys. So find the perimeter. Well, the perimeter is just an add. And I want you to locate the area of a triangle, because we're going to find the perimeter and the area of this triangle now. And this one will be, let's go 6 centimeters, and let's go 9 centimeters. And how about 10? Looks good. This isn't true to scale for those math geniuses, but let's go 4 centimeters. Okay? This is what it'll look like when they give you a problem. Okay, so let's find the perimeter first. Now keep your head on and remember what perimeter is. Perimeter is the distance around the outside of a polygon, okay? So how are you going to find it, Rebecca?
The 6, the 9, and the 10.
6 plus 9 plus 10. Why not the 4? They gave us a 4.
Because it's inside the area, not outside.
Good, it's inside. It must be something else because it's not perimeter. And so we have 25 centimeters is the perimeter. Easy enough, yes? Now let's find the area. And find the formula. 1/2 times the base times the height. Notice that we write the formula every single time, and you won't make big mistakes. Okay, since we're trying to find the area, we're going to write everything down that we know. Of course, we know the 1/2 because that's part of the problem. What am I going to use for the base?
The 4 centimeter,
The base?
the base.
Base is what you think it'd be for the bottom.
Oh, the 10.
10. times, now be careful of the height. The definition of the height is that it has to be perpendicular to the base. So what's the height?
The 4.
The 4. See, it comes from the top of the triangle. It's the one that has to be perpendicular to the base. You're correct, Josh. Thank you. Equals, and you can do it on your calculator, or you can find half of 10 is 5 times 4 is 20 centimeters squared. It has squared because area is two-dimensional, square units. Any questions on that? Let me see what else you're going to have today.
Is the area always gonna be two-dimensional?
Yes, ma'am. Good question. Always. Later on, we'll have a thing called surface area, and it also will be two-dimensional. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give you, we're going to talk about trapezoids, and I think I'm going to stop there. Okay, everybody okay with triangles?
Yep.
We'll know when you start your worksheets, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
You'll be going to your desk.
that's fine. I'll wear my mask if you wish. Okay, a trapezoid. Okay, a trapezoid, if you'll remember, looks like a triangle with the top chopped off. We know that these are parallel lines, but they don't necessarily have to be equal, and the sides do not necessarily have to be equal. 24 yards. 20 yards. 16 yards. And 14 yards. And 11. Oh, I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, 11 yards. Okay, here's your picture. This is a trapezoid. So what I want you to do first is find the perimeter of this trapezoid. Mary, tell me how to find it.
That's 20
20
plus 16
plus 16
plus 24
plus 24
plus 14.
plus 14. Perfect. That's great. Let me see if I can do this. 38
74.
or is it 74? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, plus 25.
You said that is correct? Okay. So our perimeter, we do not include the 11 because the 11 isn't around the outside. Okay, now we're going to do the area. I also noticed in my videos, I start writing here and I go all the time down. So I've got to think up. Okay, area. Did you find the area of a trapezoid?
Yes.
Okay, give me the formula.
A equals half, 1/2 H. And then parentheses, B1, the 1 is the, yeah, plus B2 parentheses.
Okay. All right. So the reason that we wrote this is so we don't make any mistakes when we try to work this problem. You write the formula first. You also might see this written differently, but we're just going to use the one on your formula chart. equals, we know the 1/2 because it's part of the problem. What do I put for H?
Is that the height?
Yes, it is. H is the height.
Would that be the one inside the
You-
11?
It's the one that has to be perpendicular to the base.
11?
So 11 is correct. Okay, now the base 1 and base 2, you would assume, and you would have assumed right. Okay, they're the two parallel pieces. You can call one of them base 1, base 2, doesn't matter, as long as you're adding the bases together. Okay, so 20 plus 24. Okay, I did kind of make this into a fraction for you. Okay, so if we use our order of operations, we know we have to do what's in here first, right? Okay, so 20 plus 24 is 44. Then you write the rest of the problem around it. Okay. Remember that having the 11 crammed up next here to the parentheses is a times. Okay, and so we do this next because we do multiplication left to right, right? So you're going to have, make sure it's still on the screen. So area equals, let's just, you can do this either 11 halves, or you can call it 5.5, whatever you want. That's the answer to this, times 44. Now, either use your calculator or you could do some cross canceling. And your answer should come, I think, check my answer. Hope.
242?
And notice that it's squared because area is two-dimensional. So the units are squared. Everybody good? Okay, let's do one more trapezoid and then I think we'll call it good for today. I try not to go anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour, and we're getting close to that, definitely. We've gone over 45 minutes. Anybody need this picture? Holler real fast because I'm going to erase. We should have a smart board coming sometime, hopefully before Christmas. I'd love for it to be tomorrow. But then I have to learn how to use it. This would be okay, let's find the perimeter first. Vanessa, can you tell me how to find the perimeter? Sorry. Better? Vanessa, are you there?
14 plus 10 plus 8 plus 9.
Plus what?
Plus 9.
Okay, thank you. Good job. So 27, 37, 47, 51. I noticed that you guys are really, really, really good about not getting mixed up and trying to add the 6 in because it's there. You don't do that, okay? So is this what you came up with? Everybody good?
I came up with 41. What did I miss? I got 41 twice.
Okay, is it me?
14.
17. Oh, 27. You are so right. Ding, ding, ding. You get bonus points.
I was like, the calculator is wrong.
Yes. I love it when you find my mistakes. Thank you. That tells me you're right on task. Okay, Mary, tell me what the formula for area is for a trapezoid.
It's 1/2 H parentheses B1 plus B2.
Thank you. Okay, now the key here is where are the bases? You will always know the bases because those are the sides that are parallel. So they turned this trapezoid on its side, but these are the parallel lines. So these are the bases. Do you see? Okay, these are the bases because the bases are parallel to each other. So when we fill this in, we're going to have area equals 1/2 times, what's H?
6.
6, that is exactly right. 6 has to be perpendicular to the base. Okay, so this is the height. It's not one of the sides because they're not perpendicular. Times base 1 plus base 2. Okay, base 1, we have to do parentheses first. 22 times 6 times 1/2. You write the whole equation so you don't get mixed up. Then we do multiplication left to right. So 1/2 of 6, 3 times 22, and that's our last multiply. So now we have 66 centimeters squared. Make sure I did this one right. Okay, you guys. This is the area. And the reason that I put this sideways is so you make sure you get the right bases to add together or you get the wrong answer. Okay? The bases are always the parallel ones. And the height will always be between the bases. It'll be between the parallel lines. Okay? Any questions? Okay. Today we talked about rectangles and triangles and trapezoids, finding the area and the perimeter. We're going to talk about the other ones. There are some on the worksheets that you can go ahead and go do more if you want to. I will send these to you guys, Vanessa, Josh, and Jesus. I'll send you in your email these homework papers that they're working on. Be sure and, well, we're going to number them in class because there are a lot of them that we're going to use all week and not all of them we're going to use today. So do the ones that you can. And those of you that are remote, it helps a lot if you will text me some of your finished papers and show me your work. Okay, I can give you more credit than just the Zoom. Everybody
Yes, ma'am.
okay for today?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any questions before we go?
No, ma'am.
Okay. It was so nice to meet you, Josh. Hope to see you tomorrow, Vanessa. And Jesus, keep it up. I'm so excited. Everybody asks about you every single day.
What?
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I love y'all.
See you later, miss.
Okay, I have to wait till everybody logs out.
I barely even know how to do.
Tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.